So, there's not really a good way of starting off this video, but I'm gonna talk about some dude named Ethan. Now, Ethan is a special kind of person. Ethan is like a broken record with no filter. He is ignorant, racist, very small-minded, and contradicts himself on every argument and point that he makes. And when he's proven wrong, he'll just retreat into his shell if he's cornered in an argument, because his brain is wired to think that if anyone disagrees with him, then they are his enemy. He makes videos on YouTube about topics that he knows absolutely nothing about, and they receive a lot of negative criticism. So, I'm just going to give you a little taste on what exactly he does in his own little world.
So I want to talk about a few things. First, I took down some of my videos. The reason is because some of them I just didn't like how they turned out. A lot of them were spammed by
nigger faggot
and his friends, having like 20 downvotes, not because of the content of the videos, but because of people that had jealous implications, and because of just trolls being trolls and retards being retards.
No, your videos are just terrible. Just watch anybody on YouTube to understand how to make a basic video format. This isn't 2007 anymore.
So I decided to take down the videos and make a new fresh start to this channel. I mean, I'm 23 years old, so I decided, make a new fresh start,
Really? This is a fresh start?
You could use all the fucking fake profiles that you want, but you stand out like a sore thumb, dude. I can tell by your writing. And that we're barely getting by. That we're starving to death.
Doing the same thing over and over again? No, you can't do that. Seriously, a fresh start when you're doing the same exact thing? That's exactly like saying that you're debt-free, but you still owe thousands of dollars to the bank. You could say that all you like, but at the end of the day, the bank is going to come for their money.
But my voice isn't going to be silenced by a retard like Mike. I'm about had enough of his shit. If he has something to say to me, he can hit me up and say it to my face. And he knows how to get a hold of me. And if he wants to start shit, come say it to my fucking face, dude. Come say it, If I'm going to see you somewhere, I'm going to call you the fuck out, bro. Do I look like I'm joking? Do I? Because I'm not. You can talk all the shit you want, bro. But when I see you, it's not going to be good, man.
Alright, first off, stop harassing and threatening my friend. And second, really? You're the one who made a video first threatening the trolls on the internet and believed it was one guy that you had beef with 8 fucking years ago. And he had nothing to do with you or your videos. But after you made that one video, you were free game. And also, for the record, Ethan was threatening to come to my house with a meth head or some white trash hillbilly. I'm not really worried about it, but in case anyone is listening who thinks I'm the cyberbully, he also left me this pleasant voicemail saying he was going to kick my friend's ass.
Hey friend, tell me, since he thinks I'm afraid to fight, which I'm not, I've challenged him how many fucking times, but I'll fight him anywhere, anytime. Tell him the name of fucking place, alright? Tell him the name somewhere, sometime, and I'll be there. Or better yet, tell him to come meet me in Carsville. You can tell him, you can film it, I don't give a flying fuck. Because I'll beat his fucking ass. You know I will, Chuck. And as for you, dude, I ain't gonna fight you, but like, you hurt my fucking feelings, man, for real. Like, we were good friends, man. Why'd you have to do that shit? I know, you're gonna say, I need to learn my place and shit, but fuck you, dude. Who are you to say, I need to be put in my place? We all have our own faults, including me, but you have your own faults, too. You're far from perfect. And I can go on and say a bunch of shit about you on the internet too, but I'm better than that, Chuck. I really am. So I hope you have a long think about that, dude. Alright, whatever.
Just so you all know, I'm not making this up. He legitimately believed all criticism on all of his videos was just one guy.
You stand out like a sore thumb, dude. I can tell by your writing who you are. I can tell by your dialogue who you are. I can even tell by the things you mention who you are. And I can tell who you are because nobody else is going to go out of their way commenting on every single video I make, writing essays of bullshit. You know why? Because you're the only fucking loser that would do that. Nobody's a big of an autistic retard as you are, Mac. As for politics, Britain's leaving the EU, hopefully, which I'm supporting, Britain, and hopefully it does lead the EU, because the EU's a bunch of corrupt bullshit. EU's never been good for anybody. Each European country deserves its sovereignty, and each European country always has had its sovereignty till the EU, and they act like, they're a bunch of shits that can say what's best for each nation when they don't understand the culture of that nation and the nation itself and the people of that nation. And it's just a fucking mess. It's like a dictatorship that has no merits and doesn't understand the people of those nations. Turkey's about to join the EU. It's not going to work out.
Now wait a minute. You support Britain leaving the EU, but you're a Bernie Sanders supporter. Bernie Sanders is a self-proclaimed democratic socialist. He built his ideas on the same ideas that European nations are using today. In fact, those same ideas that Sanders cherry-picked for his plan on rebuilding America are the same European Union laws and ideas. So, which one is it, Ethan?
The Freddie Gray case, none of the cops have been found guilty. Unfortunately, the fucking van driver that killed Freddie Gray was found not guilty today.
The judge hearing the Freddie Gray trial moved the case for dismissal after a lack of evidence. Moving on.
Without even a jury, it was by a judge with no jury in the case, which is absolutely retarded. In every American case, there should be a jury. That's how our nation is founded upon.
Our nation wasn't founded upon court cases. What the hell are you talking about? And if small claims cases had juries, that would be a huge waste of time and money. How much sense would it make if you had a jury of 12 hearing your case about being ripped off from your cable company because you got overcharged for a Skinamax flick?
I was charged the second goddamn fucking month in a row! I'm gonna take it to small claims court! And once you see my dick, you won't want it!
But because it's a cop, there's no jury in this one. Cops get away with so much shit, Fuck the police. Fuck them. Fuck the fucking police, man. I've had enough of their shit.
Fuck the police, man. I hate cops. Fuck them. Down with the man. Cops are still humans and still citizens of the United States and still subject to the same laws as everybody else. Their job is to uphold and defend the laws that keep you safe. Anybody with a brain knows that there's always a bad apple in the bunch. This world is full of assholes. At this point, he's just bandwagoning and expressing a teenage rebellious view on hating the police.
And we live in a fucking capitalist dictatorship. And we need to call it out for what it is. Like, I've just had enough of this shit.
Capitalist dictatorship? You mean in a country where we have this guy as a president?
And we need to respect our fellow minorities, especially our fellow African American citizens who have suffered for so long through bondage of slavery and not having their civil rights protected. And even today, they're still going through many things. And I think we, as their brothers and sisters of citizens, need to be there for them. I know I am, and I wish my fellow white people would be there for him as well.
Whoa, hold the phone. He's saying exactly what all social justice warriors repeat. But he hates SJWs, right? And if you really want to go there, in 1860 there were released 6 Negroes in Louisiana who owned 65 or more slaves. The largest number, 152 slaves, were owned by the widow C. Richards and her son P.C. Richards, who owned a large sugarcane plantation. Another Negro slave magnate in Louisiana with over 100 slaves was Anton Dubuchet, a sugar planter whose estate was valued at $264,000 in 1860. That year, the mean wealth of Southern white men was only $3,978. And, according to a federal census report, on June 1st, 1860, there were nearly 4.5 million Negroes in the United States, with fewer than 4 million of them living in the southern slaveholding states. Of the blacks residing in the South, 261,988 were not slaves. This is the South, remember. Of this number, 10,698 lived in New Orleans. The country's leading African-American historian, Duke University professor John Hope Franklin, records that in New Orleans, over 3,000 free Negroes owned slaves, or 28% of the free Negroes in that city. That's over a quarter. And I'm going to put it as simple as this. If a farmer goes out and buys a tractor, and if it runs out of gas, is he going to beat the shit out of it? No, because he needs it to work. The article I used is linked in the description. It's a really interesting read. I found out that a lot of free blacks actually ended up selling themselves into slavery for the benefits of, like, learning a trade and building a life for themselves.
One group I can't stand, though, are the fucking Muslims. I hate Muslims.
He hates Muslims, but loves black people.
And you can call me racist and that, but it's not racist to attack a race.
It's not racist to attack a race? What?
I myself am pro Second Amendment, but I do think there needs to be some form of gun control. You know, I do think there needs to be restrictions. Like, I don't think people should be able to have fully automatic weapons, which we did ban.
Actually, no. Any American citizen can rightfully own a fully automatic rifle. It's a very lengthy process to obtain clearance from the ATF, and after all the application fees and the background check fees that you pay for, you're going to spend at the bare minimum $10,000 for the gun itself, provided that you're not a felon.
I don't think people should be able to have ammo drum clips.
Wait, what?
Ammo drum clips.
Oh, I'm so done. I'm done. Dude, I can't.
Which I think's dangerous, you know. Why do you need an ammo drum clip? You know, why not just limit clips to 15 rounds or 10 rounds, you know?
Oh my god. Limiting magazine capacity does absolutely nothing to stop a mass shooting. If a mass shooter walks into a place that he's going to shoot up and it's a gun-free zone, or not, it doesn't matter. Nobody there has a gun. So what does it matter if a shooter has a 30-round magazine or two 15-round magazines? And don't give me that bullshit that it gives people time to rush the shooter. Unless you want to fucking die, I'm not being unarmed and rushing someone with a gun. Fuck that. I'm getting the hell out of there.
I never really shot for hunting. I'm not really into hunting. I shoot for sport.
You don't hunt, but you shoot for sport? Hunting is a sport. Why do you think they are called sportsmen? I'm really starting to think that you've never even held a gun in your life. You haven't said anything that makes sense. If you shot for sport or even shot as a hobby, you would realize that banning high-capacity magazines is fucking dumb. At this point, it just looks like he's really unsure of himself, and he's just repeating whatever he's seen on a BuzzFeed video about guns, whatever he's read on Vice News about mass shootings and guns, or whatever the latest Vox video is about guns and anti-Trump, and that's all I can think of at this point.
I do like guns. I don't own any guns at the moment, but I do plan on buying guns in the future.
I hope that he realizes that his main man, Bernie, supported lots of gun control. And you won't be planning on buying any guns when Clinton bans them all. Plus, who in their right mind would let this racist Islamaphobe own a gun? By the way, who publicly said that he wants to harm any and all Muslims. Just keep that in mind.
You know, I think people should be able to own guns as long as they're responsible enough to do so, as long as they're not retards or schizophrenic or...
Wait, repeat that?
Schizophrenic.
One more time?
Schizophrenic.
How much longer do I have to do this?
It's easy. It's harder for people to get a driver's license than it is for people to get a gun.
Okay, to get a driver's license in most states, you had to take a written test, get a physical done by a doctor, have your eyes and your hearing checked, and demonstrate your ability to drive to a certified professional, because after all, you will be operating a piece of machinery with wheels that kill more people than guns. In 2014, there was 32,675 deaths involved in automobile accidents. And in 2015, 13,286 people died due to gun-related violence. That's almost 3 to 1. So, by your logic, yeah, it should be harder to get a driver's license.
For some reason, the Republicans want to let terrorists on watch lists buy a gun. The Democrats proposed a bill that would not let people like the Orlando shooter purchase a gun.
I'm not exactly sure what he was trying to get out, but he looked really unconfident about himself. But basically he says that the Democrats proposed a bill that wouldn't let people like the Orlando shooter buy a gun. So, more gun control? What Ethan and other people don't understand is criminals don't follow laws. So putting up more laws is only hurting law-abiding citizens.
But the Republicans, being sponsored by the NRA, one of the biggest Republican sponsors, turned it down.
The NRA is a major powerhouse in protecting the Second Amendment. You would note that, and you just said a couple minutes ago that you're pro-Second Amendment. The NRA is combating all these anti-gun bills that are designed to hurt the Second Amendment. If you claim that you're into guns, you would be a huge NRA supporter and what they're doing to protect your rights.
Luckily, the Democrats are having some balls for a change and taking a stand, and they had to sit in last night. And
oh, boo-hoo. It's so hard being a Democrat. Man, the conservatives got us down. They're keeping us down, man. We just want to be free and do our own thing, man. These fascist pigs need to die, man. We need to take a stand. Power to the people, man. Fuck the police.
like, our generation is the generation that will change this. Smart minds of this generation. I'm not talking about the retards that listen to Katy Perry and shit. Fuck them. They can die. I don't give a shit. But our
Anybody who listens to Katy Perry from this generation needs to die? This guy's insane! He said he's tired of all the killings of shit. But he wants to kill people who listen to Katy Perry? What the fuck?
All you need to do is listen to me and people like me, and we'll guide you into a new future.
All you need to do is listen to me and people like me. No thanks, man. You're misinformed, obviously unaware about anything happening, and nobody is taking you seriously, man. Jeez. Making videos is just not in your nature. Listen, man, my honest suggestion to you is put away the camera, forget everything that you know about everything, and I mean everything. Come out of your room, go fill out some applications somewhere. You might, just might be a good dishwasher, but that's about it. And hey, since you'll be in the kitchen, you'll be working with blacks. And you can riff back and forth between them and learn some social skills while earning work experience, and then go out with your first paycheck, buy a flannel shirt and some Levi's, and save up and buy a motorcycle. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, maybe a 80cc Honda or something, and then you just might have the confidence to ask a girl out.
As I said, I've had enough of people talking shit on my videos. I took down those videos that I didn't like, and I'm making a fresh start on my channel. So, if you have any comments to make, or you have any ideas or anything like that, or you just want to add some constructive criticism, that's fine. Please don't troll my videos. If you do, I'll get your IP address and I will troll the shit out of your channel.
Whatever you do, listen to me. Whatever you do not troll Ethan's videos, because he'll get your IP address and
I will troll the shit out of your channel. Do I look like I'm joking? Do I? Because I'm not.